to legs and core. As I said before, you just need a set of dumbbells and then a mat is optional if you like it. So we'll begin with a warm up first, beginning with a squat and hinge. So nice wide stance. We're gonna slowly begin to squat down. Then at the bottom, we're gonna slowly fold forward, bring hips up, hands down, and bring it back into a squat and then stand up. So you can move at your own pace here, but again, squat, right into a hinge, forward fold, back to a squat, and stand up. Work to loosen up those hips, stretch out the hamstrings, and build a little heat in the low body, since that's our focus today. Spend about 10 more seconds here. We'll try to get at least one more. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can make your way back to the top. Keeping our nice wide stance, we'll bring arms out to a T and move into some windmills, slowly starting to hinge forward, reaching for the shin or toes. Bring it back to the center and switch sides. With this one, we are pressing our hips behind us, leaning forward with the chest, getting a nice stretch back with that arm. Open up the chest and shoulders, but mainly stretching out hamstrings, getting those glutes activated. Give them a good squeeze as we bring ourselves back to standing. So for 10 more seconds here. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Good. We'll head down to the ground. Final warm-up exercise will be some dead bugs. So a little mental challenge and starting to get that core warmed up. So we're gonna start with arms and legs all lifted, and slowly we're gonna lower down the opposite arm and leg towards the ground, keeping the other side where it is. We'll pull back to the center using core and switch sides, same thing. As low as you can while keeping that back grounded down to your mat. This is a nice slow one. Take your time. Really focus on how those muscles are working. And the challenge is keeping the opposite side still. So for 10 more seconds here, try to get one more per side. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll bring knees to chest, rock side to side. You can draw circles with the knees. We'll just take a moment here to loosen things up. Refresh the low back for a moment. Get those hips ready to move. Take one more deep breath. Good. From here, we'll grab behind the knees and take some roll-ups. You can take as many or as few as you'd like. We will be making our way to standing to start off our first round. So feel free to stretch, shake it out while I explain. We're gonna begin all standing this first round, little combination of legs and core. So with our first exercise, we have a sumo hold with weighted side bends just to the left. So we're gonna hold the weight only in your left hand. You can either hold 1 or 2 dumbbells if you can comfortably and safely grip them both. But we're gonna take a wide stance, squat down, and then lower down to the side, to the left, and pull back to center. So we're just hinging left and right back to the center. You can always adjust weights as needed, drop one, pick one up, and feel it out. So that will be our first exercise, and we'll just move from there. But I just want to point that out because we will be just going to the left. But don't worry, we'll get to that right side later. So anyway, you can grab your weight or weights, and left hand only. Take a nice wide stance with toes pointed slightly outward. We'll begin here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So sitting nice and low, just holding here as we hinge down to the left and pull right back up to the center. So we should feel that core working to lift ourselves up and also just try to keep it even since we have offset weight. Nice way to challenge yourself. Good, we'll sink a little bit lower here. Going for 10 more seconds. Breathing through. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, we'll stand it up. One weight in both hands, we'll bring them up to the shoulders. We're moving to a lunge, twisting to the left. So right leg is gonna be forward, left leg will be the one stepping back, and we're going to twist to the left, back to the center, and then stand up with our lunge. We'll begin here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So stepping back left leg, twisting to the left, center, and step up. We are just staying on that left side. And don't worry, we'll hit the right side later. With our lunge, getting as low as comfortable, making sure that front knee is right above the ankle. Awesome work. We have about 15 seconds left on this side. Smooth and steady. Final 10. Good, keep that chest lifted tall. Last 3, 2, 1, we'll shake it out. Now switching to the right side, we're back to our sumo hold and side bend. Again, just to the right. Try to use the same weight you did on that left side to keep it as even as possible. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So sink it low, hold that sumo squat, and add that side bend. Lowering to the right, pulling back to the center, and right side only. You can take your time here, really focusing on staying low in those legs, keeping the chest lifted tall. Breathing through. Here we go, just bending straight down to that right side. Home stretch. We'll get a little bit lower. Give me 10 more seconds here. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. We'll stand it up, shake the legs out. Bring one dumbbell into both hands. We'll bring it up to the shoulders. Back on here. Here we go. All right, we'll get ready for our lunges. Stepping back with the right leg and twisting to the right. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Stepping back, right foot, and twist open, center, and stand it up. So that left leg should be the forward leg the whole time. And you can check in, make sure that knee is staying above the ankle. Awesome work, we're already over halfway through. Continue to keep that chest lifted nice and tall. 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We'll shake it out. Back to the top. So we're back to our left side, beginning with our sumo hold side bends. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're staying in the center to start, bending down to the left only. You can always adjust weights as needed. Readjust your grip. You have 2 weights, 1 hand. Try to stay as low as we can in those legs. Should feel them warming up by now. Awesome work. We have 15 seconds left here. Stand strong and focused. This will be our last time with this exercise on this side. Last little bit, inch lower. Here's 3, 2, 1. Good work. Stand it up, give the legs a little shake. We'll get ready for our lunges. So right leg is forward, left leg steps back, and we're twisting to the left only. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stepping back, left leg, Twisting open, center, stand it up. Of course, move at your own pace here. Get as low as comfortable in that lunge. As long as we're keeping that front knee above the ankle. As we stand, lifting through that right heel, where we should feel most of our weight. Wonderful job here. We're almost there. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. I'll step it up, shake it out. Getting ready for that right side. We have sumo squat hold and side bends. Weight in the right hand, bending to the right only. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Getting as low as comfortable with that side bend. Focusing on pulling up, using those obliques and the side abs. Inhale as we lower down, exhale as we lift it up. Already over halfway through, we'll try to sink a little bit lower with that squat. And this will be our final time with this exercise. 15 seconds. A little bit lower, we can do this. 5 seconds left. Here's 3, 2, 1. Good, you can finish it up. Shake it out. Take a couple deep breaths. We'll get ready for our lunge on the opposite side. So stepping back with the right, twisting to the right in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last time with lunges. Making sure that knee is above the ankle. Twisting open as far as comfortable, getting that core engaged. Keeping it smooth and steady. We're over halfway. Time sure flies when we're having fun. 15 seconds. There we go, home stretch. Try to get at least one more. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish out. Awesome job. Round 1 is done. We'll go ahead and head down to our mat. Feel free to grab a sip of water if you'd like. Be sure to keep your weights close by. We'll need them. So starting off our second round, we have a glute bridge series. We will be using some weights for that. So we'll hold the dumbbells right over the hips. I'll show you what we're going to go through so you have a little heads up. So feet are going to be about hip width apart. From here, we're going to press up through the heels, lifting all the way up and lowering all the way down. Now, if you want an extra challenge, try to hover an inch above the mat. Don't set yourself all the way down so we can keep those muscles engaged and working. So just an option. From here, we're going to go to a pulse at the top. So lifting those hips up as high as we can, we'll just pulse an inch or two down, then back to the top. Little movements to get those glutes and hamstrings fired up. We'll go to a hold, and then we'll go to some knee pulses. So as we're holding, we're going to bring the knees in towards each other and back out. So just a little movement. Then we'll make our way back down. So hold after that, pulsing up and down, and then the full bridge to finish out. So that's what to expect. If you feel free to remove the weights at any time, or if you want to start without them, add them, totally up to you. But we'll get started here with single full glute bridge lifts in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lifting all the way up. And you can either lower all the way down, or for that extra challenge, keep a little hover, so an inch or two, rather than setting your bottom down. Just to keep those muscles engaged the whole time. We're pressing up through those heels, squeezing glutes at the top. We'll get ready for a pulse at the top in 3, 2, 1. We'll pulse it at the top, just an inch or two of movement. Trying to keep those hips lifted. Still powering up through the heels, breathing through. You should feel those glutes start to wake up. We'll move to a hold at the top next. In 3, 2, 1. We'll hold as high as we can. Really press through the heels, squeeze those glutes. Just breathe. Good. Next up, we'll have our knee pulse. So pulsing the knees in towards each other, just an inch or two. You don't need to touch. 10 seconds left here. We'll try to lift up a little bit higher. There we go. And knee pulse in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Continuing to hold. We'll just bring those knees in towards each other just a little bit. If you ever need to set weights down, feel free to do so. If you need to take a break, feel free. Jump back in when you're ready. Awesome work. We have about 10 seconds left here. Then we'll make our way back down. So we're back to a hold next. In 3, 2, 1. Just holding, really press through the heels. It'll be shorter on the way down. Good. 10 seconds. We're staying strong here, loving that burn. Pulse is next in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pulsing just a little bit. Pushing through. We can do this. 10 seconds. We'll finish up with all the way up, all the way down. Option to hover. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This is full bridge. You're lifting up strong towards the ceiling. And just 10 seconds left. Short and sweet on the way down. Keep it going. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! We'll set those weights aside. We'll go ahead and get a little reliever. So bring knees to chest. Hold them in close, let the legs be heavy, maybe just rock side to side. Love a good glute burn. And hamstrings. Let's take one more deep breath. And we can release the legs down. Moving to a little core next. And grab both dumbbells. We're going to be holding them straight out from the chest. You can keep them together in the center, like so. Legs are going to be lifted. From here, we're going to reach towards the toes, hold as we lower either one leg down at a time, back down. Make sure to alternate if you pick the single leg option, or we're going to lift up, hold, lower both legs down, both legs up, and then bring it back down. So it's essentially a toe touch, holding that toe touch, and adding either a single leg lift or double. Hopefully that's clear. But either way, you can pick single, double. We'll get started in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lifting up, hold for a second. One leg lift, back down. Lift up, hold. One leg lift, back down. Here we go. Feel free to mix and match between single and double. Good. We have about 10 seconds left here. Try to get at least one more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can release. We'll set weights aside. Moving to some bicycles next. We have a fun variation course. So for bicycles, we're going to start with legs about 90 degrees. Knees are stacked above the hips. And elbows are out nice and wide, just gently supporting the head. So with our bicycle, we're going to twist, hold here as we bring the leg out away from the mat, back towards the mat, and then we'll twist to switch and bring the leg out away from the mat, towards the mat, and switch. So we're adding an abduction, taking it to the outside. Always an option too if you want to stick with the regular classic bicycle, just twisting, alternating sides, that is a perfectly great option too. So pick what you like. We have 30 seconds total in 3, 2, 1, here we go. And twisting leg out to the side, in, and switch. So this is a nice slow one. We're taking our time, really focusing on coordinating that movement and keeping that back nice and flat. Awesome work. Final 10 seconds. Breathe through. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can finish it up. Take a breath. We'll finish up by flipping over to a plank variation, then we'll head back through one more time. So with our plank variation, we're going to be up or down on the elbows. And you can either start on the knees, and we're going to add leg lifts. So lifting one leg up, squeeze the glutes, back down. Other leg, squeeze the glutes, back down. Or you can do this up on the toes. Same thing, just adding a little leg lift and back down to that plank position. So pick your option. Feel free to mix and match per usual. We have 30 seconds beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Strong plank position, just adding leg lifts. You can take your time. Take a moment to reset in between each side if you'd like. Really focusing on drawing belly button towards the spine to brace that core tight. Good. 10 seconds left. Home stretch. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can lower down, relax. Let's take a stretch back to child's pose. Sitting hips towards heels, and you can shift side to side. Give the hips and glutes a little relief. We're gonna head right back through. So when you're ready, we'll shift forward and flip back onto your back. We have our glute bridge series first, so they'll be the same as last time, no surprises. I'll challenge you to keep those weights. And again, you can drop them when you need to. So we'll get started with our full glute bridge lifts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this, lifting up and down. Pressing through the heels. And again, if you want that challenge, don't set yourself all the way down. Try to keep an inch or two, just a little hover. Really give those hamstrings and glutes a little love. Got a nice slow tempo here. Moving to our pulse at the top next. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pulsing at the top. Get just an inch or two of movement. Really small, controlled movements. It goes fast or slow as you'd like. As long as that movement is small. We have about 10 seconds left here. Next up, we have our hold at the top. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top, just staying still. And take this moment to breathe. Really focus on how those muscles are working hard here. Glutes and hamstrings should feel nice and warm. We have 15 more seconds. And next up, we have our knee pulses as we continue to hold, and then we'll make our way back down, and it will be shorter on the way down. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Add that knee pulse, so knees in towards each other, just an inch or two. And tiny controlled movements. Really challenge those muscles. We can do this. Try to relax the face, unclench the jaw. Almost there, moving back to a hold. In 3, 2, 1, just holding at the top. Not here much longer, 10 seconds. Then we're going to our pulse. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, pulse it out in just tiny movements. We're staying strong and focused all the way through the end of this sequence. Give me 5 more seconds. We're going for full glute bridge. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We'll finish it up here, lifting all the way up and all the way down. Still an option if you'd like to hover and really finish out with a little flourish. Either way, we're working hard. Final 5 seconds. Here's 3, 2, 1. Woo! You can set the weights aside. Bring knees to chest or maybe rock them side to side. Take what movements feel good for you right now. Just a little refresher. Say, wonderful glute sequence. I'm also biased. All right, so we'll take one more deep breath here. We'll move on to our core. So we're back to our toe touch, hold, and then either single leg lift, alternating sides, or double leg. We'll start to get situated here. We have about 30 seconds, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lifting up, holding, either 1 or 2 leg lifts, and back down. By 1 or 2, I mean single or double. Either way, really focusing on keeping that back nice and flat on the mat. Try to keep those shoulder blades up as we hold. 10 seconds. Go push through the end. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can relax for a moment, release. Woo. We'll set those weights aside. We will not need them anymore for the end of class. Moving to our bicycle and abduction, bringing that leg out, away from the mat and back in, or regular bicycles. And 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So we're twisting to that bicycle, bringing that leg out, in, and switch. This is a slow, controlled movement. You can take your time. Really focusing on keeping that back nice and flat, common theme. Give me 10 more seconds. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Good. Ooh, we'll take a breath. We'll make our way to plank position. So you can roll on up, flip on over. This will be our final exercise for the day. So we're going to be on the forearms, elbows, either kneeling, up on the toes, adding those leg lifts for a little extra glute work. We'll get ready and excited in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Just lifting the heel up towards the ceiling, working to keep those hips as level and stable as you can. Drawing that belly button towards the spine to keep that back nice and flat. Wonderful work. We have 10 seconds left. This is it for class. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, we can release into child's pose. Bring knees out as wide as comfortable as we sit those hips towards the heels. And one movement that might feel great after all that leg and core work, just gently shifting side to side. Should feel a nice stretch in the hips, hip flexors, glutes. Keep it slow. Breathing nice and easy. Take one more deep breath here. Good. All right, we'll slowly walk the hands up towards us. And we'll make our way to standing for a quad stretch. Option to grab on for a wall, chair, something for balance if you need to. We'll bring one foot up, give a gentle pull. Relax the shoulders down. If you'd like, you can reach that opposite arm up overhead, maybe take some wrist rolls, stretch the fingers. Breathing nice and easy, letting the body relax after a job well done. Take one more deep breath. Good, and we'll slowly release. Give everything a good shake, and we'll switch to the other side. You can take your time, bringing the other foot up, giving a gentle pull, finding that balance, relaxing the shoulders, and then we'll reach the opposite arm overhead if it's comfortable. You can add in whatever movements you'd like, whatever feels good. Take one more deep breath. Awesome work. You can slowly release, give everything a good shake. Let's take a couple hip circles just to finish up, bringing knee up, around, nice and slow. Let's do a few of these guys. Getting out any cracks and creaks in the hips, maybe some pops. Let's get one more each side. Awesome work. You can give the hips a shake it out. And feel free to get some more stretching in on your own. That's all I have for legs and core. Thanks so much for joining me.